We have these, write the sum of the numbers as the product. So that means I'm doing what? Multiplying, good, of their greatest common factor. And after doing divisibility, we should be able to find greatest common factor easier. And another sum. Okay, when I have these directions and I have two numbers, I'm going to do 56 and 64. What is the first thing I do? Eva, what is it?
Write 1 and 56 is...
Okay, I'm going to list the factors in order. You are right. So I'm going to go 1 and 56. Now, guys, this is where those divisibility rules come in. I go 2. Does 2 go into it? Yes. It ends in a 6. So I know 2 goes into it. 2 and 2 times 3 does not equal 56. Do them in their pairs. And this is what I asked you kind of to do yesterday. You're asking yourself, does 2 go into it? Well, 2 and, get out your calculator and figure it out if you don't know. 28. Awesome. Does 3 go into it? Quickly tell your partner the rule for 3 to decide if 3 goes into it. What is it, Aiden?
Isn't it if anything ends in 3? No, if you add the two numbers.
There you go. What do you got, Eli? What's the rule for 3?
3.
If I add those two up, right? Okay, so the rule of 3 is if I add the digits and 3 goes into that sum, then it's divisible by 3. Well, 5 plus 6 is?
11.
Does 3 go into 11? No. Zach, I need you to quit playing on the calculator now. Yep. So we know 3 doesn't go into it. Does 4? Yes. How many times? Now you can use your calculator.
14.
4 times 14? 14, 14, 28, 28. Yep, you are correct. 5 doesn't because it doesn't end in a 5. 6? No, because 2 and 3 doesn't go into it. 7? Yes.
By 8.
7, and I got my 8. I know 9 doesn't go into it because it was 11, and 9 doesn't go into 11. So there's my factors. First one, right? Second one, we have to do the same thing. 1 and 64. I know that 2 goes into it. 2 and?
32.
32. Awesome. 3? Well, let's add them up. 6 plus 4 is? 10. Does 3 go into 10?
No.
So no 3. How about 4?
16.
4 and 16. 5 doesn't. 6 doesn't. 7? 7 and?
9. No, 7 doesn't. 6. 7 by 9 is 63. It doesn't go into 7.
7 doesn't go in. Who said that? 8? Yep.
Yes, 8 times 8.
8 times 8. And we know 9 doesn't go into it. So, and I only need that one time. So there are my factors. Step 2. I circle all of the common factors, the ones they have that are the same. And then I find the greatest, right? The greatest is 8. So that's going to be my outside number. Tell your partner that.
Outside.
Because when I am writing them as a product, I have to multiply that 8 times something, the greatest common factor. And I'm going to multiply that 8 times their partners. So when I did the 56 up there, what times 8 equaled 56? What was its partner? 7. So 7 goes in there plus, this is my sum. And when I multiplied the 8 here, what was it? 8. I just wrote the sum of the numbers, and I was trying to add 56 plus 64, as the product of the greatest common factor, which is 8. 8, greatest common factor, and another sum. And I know this is a product because I am multiplying that together. Okay, I'm waiting for this to sink in. I went over this once already, so I'm letting this marinate. Write the sum of the numbers. Step 1, list all the factors. Find the greatest common factor. That number goes on the outside. That's what I'm multiplying by. And then their partners are what I'm adding up inside. You guys ready to practice one?
Yes.
Bregan, what's your question?
Like, would the partner always be on the left or like always on the left side or the right side?
I don't know if it... Usually I find it on the left side, but don't make that a hard, fast rule. Okay? You always have to then go back and say, okay, if my greatest common factor is 8, what did I multiply by 8 to get to that number? And find its partner. All right, so you guys are ready to do one on your own. So here we go. Gonna do...
With our markers?
Yep, get your markers out. Marker board. I gotta figure out how to make a new page. Nope, I don't want a new page. I'm actually going to leave that up there so that you guys can see the steps. And you are going to find the greatest common, or find the sum of the numbers as the product of their greatest common factor and another sum. And the two numbers are 24 plus 40. Okay, working it out on your desk. Step 1, write the numbers down and find the factors.
What are the numbers again?
24 plus 40. Those are the two numbers. Because I'm writing the sum of the numbers. Step 1, you're listing all the factors. Use those divisibility rules from yesterday. Use those divisibility rules from yesterday. You can use it once you find out the small number. Now, you should always be writing them in their pairs. 1 and 24, 2 and 12. Now, 3 and 8. 4. 4 and, okay, so look up there. I put 24, okay, 1 times 1 equals 24. 1 times 24. Now, 2. 2 times what? Good. Now 3. Now 4. Okay, so you're finding the grade, listing all the factors of both 24 and 40. Good job, Gabe. Good job. Okay, what I need to see on your desk right now, Gus, is this. I need to see you listing out the factors of both of those numbers.